You know what I'm saying? What's up, hardworking man? What's up with you, man? It's hell out here. I know it is, man, but I wanted to bring you something, bro. I want to bring you lunch, man. Oh, thank you. Yes, sir. I want to bring my boy lunch, man. There you go, son. Oh, boy. There you go. Thank you. All right, man. I love you, boy. Hey, I love you, too. I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you. All right. Have a good day. Hey, you, sir. Love you, boy. I love you, too. All right. You good. Keep working hard, boy. Hey, you know it. All right. Holla. All right.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rome, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. Today we're going to be discussing this video that I came across, and I think this is very, very, very important. Y'all saw the thumbnail, so y'all already know what this is about. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
It's not a problem at all. Hold on. Come on. It's not a problem. Every time he come with me and I chastise him about something, he want to get in his feelings and shoot you a text message.
Okay.
He want to go back home.
All right. But the thing is, you run your house like a boot camp. That's why your other kids ain't happy there.
No,
He's not used to that.
I run my house with structure and discipline. That's what I run my household with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that you're not doing a good job of that, but that's what I run my house with. And when he get in his feelings, he want to come home because I chastise him.
Right. But he don't do that there. I do everything here. I clean his room. I do the dishes. I clean up. He don't do that. That's why he don't ever want to be there. He don't want to be at your house because you run that shit like a fucking boot camp, man.
You can't be serious. How you gonna raise a young man like that? He ain't gonna be a lot to get for himself. Cook, clean, mow the grass. He ain't gonna be do none of that shit.
He can do other stuff. He can do other stuff.
Who's teaching him?
I'm teaching him. He still got to learn how to be compassionate towards others and be nice to others.
Listen,
you're doing too much on him,
man.
I'm
not doing too much. You raising this boy to be too goddamn soft, man.
What you mean by soft?
Look, at the rate he going to end up being a felon on the street, a fucking mama's boy don't nobody want, or you gonna end up being gay. One of the three.
Okay, but you already have a son that's gay.
But I didn't raise him. But that's just my opinion.
So you saying I'm raising him, I'm turning him to be out to be gay?
That's not what I'm saying. See, you trying to change the whole narrative. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about me disciplining my son and you not being an interference. That's what I'm talking about. It's not a problem.
So manipulative. You see how she tried to spin that shit? Oh, so what you saying, that I'm raising my son to be gay? No, that is not what the fuck he said. He said at the way you're raising him, that's going to either be one of three things that's going to end up happening. I want to know, and I really want to know this, for all the women who want to sit over here and say, men should be doing more around the house and this, that, and the third. Did y'all ever stop to think that maybe these are the kind of men that you're running across? The men that were raised by women like her who did everything for a man to the point where he seems useless to you outside of some dick? Or when women complain about, why come men don't seem like they're men anymore? Or why is there such a big pandemic of men, just wanting to sit in the house all day and play video games and watch adult films and jerk off? Because of women who raise their sons like this and interfere with the man showing any kind of discipline and masculinity. This is bro. I've chastised this so much and it bothers me so much because I'm really getting sick and tired of women saying men are soft and want to sit over here and act like they have no kind of influence in that whatsoever. Let me put it to you this way, ladies. If men have become softer over time, and during that time the single mother rate has increased, and less fathers are able to discipline their sons, and they end up getting into verbal spats like what you just saw in that last clip. How in the hell can you sit over here and point the finger at a man? Because y'all be the main ones saying that, well, if y'all were in their lives more, then they wouldn't be that way. Yeah, but when they're trying to be in their lives and discipline them, and y'all treat them like this, what is a man to do? What is a man to do? Otherwise he's gonna get into it with his baby mamas like what you just saw in that last video. And keep in mind, men value peace. I'm like, it's bad enough arguing with, your main chick or whoever you dealing with at the moment. It's a whole nother thing to be sitting over here arguing and stressing with your baby mama, and you ain't got no sexual access to her anymore, but you got a co-parent. Men ain't trying to deal with that. So ladies need to quit pointing the finger at the man, because I think that video, along with what I'm about to show you guys next, is going to prove my point even more. Let's keep it moving.
Hi guys, let me be brutally honest for a second. We live in a society where men are being forced to take a back seat and are almost being numbed and neutered into a less masculine shell of themselves. None of this is done by accident. As women rush out to fill their spots in society, we're seeing men being emasculated, living inside a culture that's becoming increasingly feminized. That's what you see at every single level, from the family unit and the career ladder to the intricate legalities that govern our behavior and relationships. I want you to connect the dots, because in society's effort to tear down the so-called patriarchy, they're actually creating female-focused society where women directly benefit from emasculating men and their roles. And let me tell you how. First, look at it this way. Throughout all of human history, women have needed the protection and provision of men, but only in recent decades has there been a competition for this role. It stems from a welfare system that's increasingly undermining a man's place in a woman's life, rendering him obsolete. When you think about it, why wouldn't women prefer a setup like this? For millions of women today, including the 15 million or so single mothers, the state acts as the masculine provider, with very few of the hard lines that come with a man being in the house. Things like loyalty, responsibility, and burden of expectations. It leaves little incentive for her to pick the right man and actually stick by him. And it gives her a safety net for all of her bad decisions, while the man falls by the wayside because he's now unneeded. Do you see the bad incentive structure it sets up? It's something you can track back to the mid-20th century, to the American welfare policy known as the man in the house laws. It was a straightforward measure used by the government to determine who morally qualified for welfare benefits. The question was, is there a man in the house who can provide financially? As you can imagine, the men in impoverished and desperate households faced one of the most humiliating choices ever: find a way to make ends meet no matter what, or split from their own families so they qualify for government welfare benefits. Men had to make the hard decision to leave their homes and families so the government could then step in and provide. I can't imagine how emasculating that must have been for the man, being disposed of from their natural role as men and letting a government then step in and provide for their family instead. Imagine how hard it was for the man to almost act like that he didn't even exist, all while their women still had a solid provider in the form of a government check. You'll rarely hear about this in today's feminist reading of history, but the laws show us how women benefited from gender stereotypes because they themselves were not expected to be the providers. But stealing a man's masculinity for benefit goes even further than taking away his ability to provide. In the United States today, tens of billions of dollars flow in the form of child support payments, and 85% of that go from the fathers to the children's mother. Ironically, the legal obligation for child support, coupled with the strict custody and visitation rights, effectively reduce men to being just financial providers and nothing more. Think about the blow to these men's self-esteem and masculinity, realizing that their money might just be funding the mother's lifestyle with another man. Most states in the U.S. use a percentage basis for calculating child support payments, which can go as high as 30%. Men earning even a moderately high income are fully aware that a third of their life's work goes towards maintaining the woman's lifestyle once the child's necessities are covered. And it's a sticky legal web that a lot of men are trapped in because they fear going to jail if they stop payments, or they fear having their professional licenses suspended if they don't pay up each month. Emasculating men also extends on a larger scale to family and society. As women in their droves join men in the office workplace, we're also witnessing a collapse of the traditionally masculine and competitive behaviors usually found in all male work environments. From things like gender appropriate language and sensitivity training, it's a kind of feminization or softening you up you see in the workplace to accommodate the women. Back at home, men that aren't able to hold their own as the leader of the family see their role being taken over by the woman, who then shapes the children in her mold and seizes as much control as she can in the household. Then you take a look at how women today readily put their bodies on the internet on display to make money off of emasculated men. And this is a recurring theme that goes something like this. A man stripped of his inherent qualities like determination, discipline, and a sense of duty becomes a shadow of his former self. In this weakened state, he becomes easily manipulated and a pawn in the hands of any woman who wants to exploit him for her gain. It's a dynamic where traditional masculinity is not just undermined but inverted, leaving men susceptible to being used as tools for these women's financial gain. This isn't just about gender equality, it's a strategic reduction of men's roles for certain benefit. Men are increasingly positioned as secondary, leaving their inherent strengths and values undervalued. This shift isn't just a concern for men, it's a societal issue that needs attention and understanding from all of us. It's time we seriously assess these dynamics and their long-term impact on our society. So with that being said, to the next video, I'll see you guys later.
I gotta say, one of the things that really stood out to that clip, and shout out to Olivia Alexa, what really stuck out was the part that she mentioned, because I know this is one of the well, two things really, but this is one that really stuck out when she said that a third of a man's life work go to the mother after the child needs are met. After the child needs are met. So in other words, a third of your money that you send away for child support does actually go to the mother, so to speak. This is one of the reasons why you see so many guys go to court trying to get their child support reduced. And I think this is also why you see women taking men to child support to get more child support. Because reality is that they want that extra money for themselves. They don't want it for the child. Y'all know I recently did a couple videos like that. And now that I think about it, I think I got another video in the vault sitting around that's very similar to that. Maybe I'll do a reaction to that as well. Because it definitely shows a level of greed coming from today's women. And I think the other thing that really disturbs men is the fact that they think that they could potentially basically be providing for a woman's lifestyle while another man is in the house. So when you factor those two things in itself, I can completely understand where men are coming from that, because they're like, what's the fairness in that? And she is 100% right. These women are incentivized to do this. And this is one of the reasons why it's hard to keep a family together, because as a man, you can literally do everything right, and this woman could decide one day, you know what, I just don't want to do this anymore. And then next thing you know, you're being replaced by the government, and now you got to sit over here and pay child support all the time. And if you don't, then you're going to end up going to jail. And if y'all know anything about child support, y'all know that women get pushed for child support because child support is a business. Don't let these people fool you. It's a business. They push women to put men on child support because they're making money off of it. But I've already covered that before. That's another topic for another day. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. Oh, geez, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button, because it helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.